Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of June, 2024, or the 13th of May in the 12th year of Chongalpuk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Champamuninge Kyombe. Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가족맨세 7. 전일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 활동과 연결된 의하는 생활을 통하여 심존 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 7. Our family, the owner of Chongalpuk, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. Thank you. I'd like to ask Chris Bruce if you could offer the opening prayer, please.
Morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Good morning, our Heavenly Parents, true parents. Come here this morning once again to start this day with you, hoping we can do a little more than we did yesterday, trying to understand what it is you have for us, go through this today expecting to find things prepared, and we're hoping that our true mother can find strength and to continue. We're really hoping that we can find a way to really expand what we're doing, reach more people, really be able to accelerate what we're doing here. Just hope that we can be able to see some results and ask ourselves what it is we have to do to get actual results rather than just offering. We want to see real results in what we're doing. We know you must be preparing. There are so few people here. Surely when we come to you, when we light these candles, when we come to this morning Hundoke, when we go to the Chonshimon, you must be watching. We know you are watching. So we want to once again offer ourselves and try this day to do a little more than we did yesterday. Thank you now, and Chris and Debbie Bruce, St. Louis family, adieu.
Thank you, and let's offer a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today is the Tuesday morning. Let's begin to offer the sincere devotion to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. So thank you for joining today. So I will share some activity photo. So tomorrow we will have a God's Dream seminar, the celebration of marriage. So this is also important seminar and educational program. So please invite well and let's join and support all this education and this program together. So this is 4 p.m. Sydney time, 3 p.m. Korean time. So please also support well. And next, this is the Asian Pacific side. So Asian Pacific, now we are organizing many task force. And last Sunday, the YLT regional task force has begun. So this is the education program for first gen, second gen, or youth in the Asian Pacific level. Originally, it was already there as a program, but because of COVID, it was stopped. But we sort of revive again. So because we need to have education. Oceania side, we are trying to establish the OLD, but somehow we are combined together. So if this group become bigger, then we can invite also young people to here. And so we can send young people to there, our second generation, Australia, Solomon Island, Fiji. So through these things, we can also develop the youth education. Mother tried to send the Chonic missionary. So how we can send and receive, or those establishment is needed. So please pray. Now still small, but surely we can develop. Last time, maximum more than 120 people are working every year, but now restart again. So please pray and support this special program. Okay. Next, this is from Solomon Island. Thank you for Solomon Island brothers and sisters. This is youth workshop. So continuously, there are many education. So our national leader of Solomon Island said, they want to educate the second generation of Solomon Island. And if possible, they want to send to overseas. That's why, as you know, we have many limitations. They want to go out to the another country, but every time financial situation or many environment is facing difficulty. But how we can support? This time also, we are organizing the 21 days workshop in youth workshop in Korea. But I think only maybe one person can come from Solomon Island. So how we can support and develop as the community, this kind of effort is needed. Let's also pray and support how to educate our younger generation and second generation. So those support or prayer is needed. So let's really support well. And finally, this last Sunday, Sydney side organized the outing service. So thank you, our Sydney. Thank you, Reverend John, all the time. So all our family members get together, missionaries, and also new guests also came this time. So this is so beautiful atmosphere, just cold. Really now already cold. June is winter here. I think another Melbourne is maybe colder than New South Wales. New Zealand may be colder than here also. So please take care of yourself and really create a beautiful environment and really witness new people and create the environment for inviting our brothers and sisters. So anyway, thank you for your investment and cooperation all the time. Today, Tuesday, so we'll have on the breakout session after this. So please also support this. Thank you. So today our message, Funduk message is from Mada's Anthology Volume 3, the Chapter 5, Chonikook Foundation Day and Our Hope. So this is the last part of this, this speech, and continually we will read Chapter 6. So today Chapter 5 and Chapter 6. So let's start. Okay, Mrs. Na, please.
Faith is love and hope. Ladies and gentlemen, I pray that all of you will become victors who are part of this historic and providential revolution. May the heavenly fortune that flows through the true parents of heaven, earth and humankind be with you all. This is because the Women's Federation for World Peace is the true path of the mother who is loved by God, true parents, our neighbors and societies, and who thus finds her life worth living and full of happiness.
Yes, thank you. So this message was given by True Mother in March in 2012. So that time, True Parents organized the world tour and proclaimed about completion of the providence of restoration. So we can remember that time. And True Mother came to Japan, and Mother gave this speech, especially Mother is emphasizing about Women's Federation. Please.
Beloved members, we serve true parents who have discovered God's hidden truths and who have indemnified everything and laid down the foundation of victory. You are in the position of the children. We are in the position of realizing God's dream for which we should be happy. How happy are we? We live our lives knowing everything, and all we need to do is practice the example set before us by true parents. When you try to keep happiness all to yourself, it grows smaller. whereas when you share it, it grows bigger. Through us, our neighbors, tribes, nations, and the world can become happy.
Yes. So this message is from true parents. I will read the first part again. Beloved members, we serve true parents who have discovered God's hidden truth and who have indemnified everything and laid down the foundation of victory. You are in the position of the children. We are in the position of realizing God's dream for which we should be happy. How happy are we? So, how are you? Are you happy now or not happy so much? We are children of God or our heavenly parent, and we are standing here based on true parents' victorious foundation. So let's imagine that if there is no true parents, if we didn't meet the true parents, then what kind of life would we had in this world? Can you imagine that if we didn't meet true parents, what kind of life do we have? When did you meet our unification movement? When did you meet true parents? If you didn't meet that time, divine principle, if you didn't meet your spiritual parents, or if your parents didn't meet the unification movement, what's happened? Of course, there was no blessing. That's why surely or maybe you could not meet your spouse, right? I'm not sure accidentally or you will meet somewhere or not. But anyway, if you didn't meet your spouse, what's happened? But because we met true parents and we knew God, we knew blessing, we knew truth. So how much grateful things this is. And Mother said, we live our lives knowing everything. And all we need to do is practice the example set before us by true parents. When you try to keep happiness all to yourself, it grows smaller. Whereas where you share it, it grows bigger. Through us, our neighbors, tribes, nations, and the world can become happy. So what is the main message of the truth or principle? Living for the sake of others, share and sacrifice for God, sacrifice for nation and the world. And also we knew about the existence of spiritual world. So this knowing the things, realizing the existence of spiritual world, this is also the grateful message. If we didn't know about the existence of spiritual world or purpose of our life or destination of our life, then what's happened over our daily life or even the life itself. So each time we are learning, we are meeting, we are realizing this is actually not simple things. This is really the grateful things. So how we can realize and practice in each place. This is really the message of our true parents. Please.
Distinguished members of WFWP and beloved members, this year, the year 2012, is a very important one, both internally and externally. Externally, many nations in the world are scheduled to hold elections to choose new leaders. We should pray that administrations desired by God are elected. Providentially, we only have a year left until the foundation day of Cheongguk. We will truly live only when we do our utmost best in all our work. True Father is working at the vanguard as hard as any young man, always thinking about and making plans for the providence, and personally going about looking for ways to design the future. Even now, True Father says that he wants to lead a busy life, rushing here and there. In short, he is doing his utmost best.
Yes. So year 2012 was historical year. I believe everyone remember that year's providence, really through Father or through Mother urgently pushing and leading the providence at the time. Tribal Messiah, blessing, and also final investment to welcome the foundation day. Mother said, True Father is working at the vanguard as hard as any young man, always thinking about and making plans for the providence, and personally going about looking for ways to design the future. Even now, True Father says that he wants to lead a busy life, rushing here and there. In short, he is doing his utmost best. So what kind of time did he spend at the time in 2012, or those moments we could see he was 92 years old, but until last moment he had been investing and really do the sincere best of time. Please.
The emperor penguins who live in the South Pole, the coldest region on Earth, love their offspring to a remarkable extent. Moreover, the efforts they put into multiplying their offspring, despite the extreme cold weather, reaching 50 degrees below zero, are made possible because they are always hopeful. The life of the emperor penguin makes us think of a lot of things. We should ask ourselves if we have ever put such devotion into witnessing to a person. Faith is love and hope. Do you have love? Do you have hope? We have the true love of God and true parents, which is more precious than any other love. We have the hope of building Chonokok, which is greater than any other hope.
Yes. So Mother is explaining that the penguin is a really great life itself. Even they are living the 50 degrees below zero, right? And in that place, Mother said, the efforts they put into multiplying their offspring despite the extreme cold weather reaching 50 degrees below zero are made possible because they are always hopeful. So try to prepare the offspring or effort to multiply their children. So that is really great. Below 50 degrees below zero. Even we are so cold, 5 degree or 3 degree, but the 50 degrees below zero, but still penguin is doing effort. So how we can also seriously put the effort to create the children, not only physical children, but also the spiritual children. How much do we also invest to witness the people? And Mother said, faith is love and hope. Do you have love? Do you have hope? We have the true love of God and true parents, which is more precious than any other love. We have the hope of building Chonikuk, which is greater than any other hope. So what do you think? Are we doing well or not? So we can also reflect more. Please. Okay, so please.
True parents love you and they have high expectations regarding the role of Japan. I hope that this will be an opportunity for you to become more strongly united in heart with true parents. I also pray that you will cherish these words in your heart and make the year 2012 a year of victory. I pray in the name of true parents that God's blessing will be with you, your family, and your nation. Thank you.
Yes, this is the first speech of the last part. So every day, every year, there are many different kinds of God's will. And each time period, this providential stages is growing up. So then what kind of point? Now heaven is wishing and Mother is emphasizing and leading the providence. We should understand this point clearly. Mother declared that April 13, 2025, next year, this is the entrance ceremony of Cheonongun and Cheonyu Sanctum in order to establish or begin the new era. That's why, in order to create for the future generation or future world, totally true parents is investing and emphasizing witnessing and guiding the people and proclaim our heavenly parents and true parents. That's why whatever we can, how we can contribute our Christian education, we are preparing about the PCLC, we can also invite that. And I think each area we are doing also witnessing activity, you can join together, or even you can support, bring or join together the staff, cooking food, or pray, or even clean the peace embassy, clean the environment, or any kind of support or contribution we can do. Ideally, of course, we can bring the new people, for example, outing service or those kind of event. This is the good way or easy way. But beside of this, of course, we can also pray and support the people or support the environment. So during this time period, 10 months toward the entrance ceremony, and also, of course, contribution of establishment of Cheonwon-gun, this is also the important providence. That's why let's understand the heaven's will and also current providence. And instead of becoming just observer, let's become the owner. Let's become also the creator or filial son and daughters, and let's really fulfill God's providence together. So this is the end part of this speech, which was given in 2012. So let's continue to read the next speech. So chapter 6, a pioneer in revealing the glory of Heavenly Parent. So let's see. Okay, please.
This speech was given at the Tokyo Metropolitan Area Rally for the 55th anniversary of the mission in Japan on October 16, 2013 at Saitama Super Arena, Japan. Distinguished guests, peace ambassadors, and loving blessed families and members, would you all give a big hand to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of earth, heaven, and humankind to congratulate and thank them for enabling this rally to be convened today.
Yes, thank you. So when this message was given by True Mother, last one was given in 2012, and after ending of the providence of 2012, True Father also Sonfa went to the spiritual world, and after proclamation of Foundation Day, this was given in 2013. So we could see even new era was started, and when True Father is in the spiritual world, and Mother is taking initiative or role of the providence, but still there are many kind of adjustment at that moment, 2013. But True Mother strongly stood and led the providence. Please.
I am completely overwhelmed with emotion by this rally commemorating the 55th anniversary of mission work in Japan. The mission work began at a time when diplomatic relations between Korea and Japan had not yet been normalized. However, True Father, the true parent of heaven, earth, and humankind, had anticipated this day. You must not forget that present-day Japan exists because of True Parent's forgiveness and love and the grace of the marriage blessing.
Yes, so this message was given also in Japan, 55th anniversary of the movement. So when we see our True Parents, the mission history was started from Korea and sent the missionary to Japan and America. So already 55 years passed, already long time. And this year, I think 66 years. So we could see the long history of our unification movement. Please.
I would like to recognize the distinguished service of our former and present presidents of FFW PU Japan, elder members, and bless central families whose committed efforts and dedication has enabled our second and third generation sons and daughters of blessed families to become the hope and light of this country. The providence of heaven conducted, prepared and waited over a long period of time for the day true parents could be sent.
Yes. So Mother is talking to the member in Japan, but also this is same things for all over the world. Our elder blessed family really had been investing, and the new member, new family also joined together to fulfill the providence. We are living in this place or in our nation, but in the same time, can you imagine that many of our brothers and sisters is working in the another country also? So we are really working together. Please.
The history of heaven's providence. If we go back 2,000 years ago to the Old Testament age, heaven raised the people of Israel with the ideology of the chosen people. The whole world had to pass through the Roman Empire, which was centered on the Italian peninsula. It was a powerful empire. That was a time when the people of Israel had no nation. Heaven had promised to send them the Messiah, and heaven kept its promise.
We could see those heavens providence. Please.
Unfortunately, the people did not understand God's providence and the history of indemnity, and they failed to see Jesus from the right perspective. Heaven had hoped that Jesus' coming would become an opportunity for the people of Israel, who were then living in miserable circumstances, to win over Rome overnight through the ideology of the Messiah. However, how did the Messiah come? God raised the people of Israel for 4,000 years, promising them to send his son, which he finally did. But this very son was welcomed into the world in an animal feeding trough of all places.
Yes. So we could see our God investment. God had bigger wish and hope. So he had been investing through Israelites and create the foundation and try to welcome the Son of God, our Jesus Christ. So we knew about life of Jesus Christ. He should have come on this earth as the King of Kings or Son of God. And he should have been welcomed with by all peoples. But how was the reality 2,000 years ago? Mother said, but this very son was welcomed into the world in an animal feeding through of all places. Please.
3 sages visiting from the east celebrated Jesus' coming. However, the people whom God had raised caused Jesus to have to die on the cross. How should we regard this? After waiting for 4,000 years, can you imagine what God's heart was like? It would have been filled with greater pain than the heart of parents who have lost a child during their earthly life.
Yes, God had that kind of dream and wish and had prepared a lot throughout the history. That's why when he saw that Jesus Christ, the circumstances or situation, he was also very sad, or he felt sad. Please.
God is omniscient and omnipotent. His beginning and end are the same. He initiated providential history, and he must see it through to its completion. Hence, Christianity was formed within the environment of the Roman Empire and was actively spread across the European continent. From there, it crossed over to the island nation of Great Britain. There was a saying in those days that the sun never sets on the British Empire. This is how profound and mysterious God's providence is. However, humankind did not know what they had that they had responsibility and that indemnity followed them. Heaven then conducted the providence to enter an era in which the Roman Empire could embrace the whole world as one. However, this era, which had taken so long to set up, was lost.
Yes, so God prepared the providence, Jesus' time, and also the time of Israelites, and even after that, also same. But what's the result? Because of the ignorance of human beings and unfulfillment of human possible responsibility, all foundation was lost. This is the final slide, please.
After this, heaven began again through the providence centered on the maritime realm of the British Empire to embrace the world as one. Unfortunately, what they did made it very difficult for the people involved to raise their heads in front of heaven. What had happened to Christianity? It had become tied up with the privileged class and its system, and the people living in that era were blocked from living a true life of faith. However, when the Bible was translated into English, people could finally learn in depth about God's teachings. A new group known as the Puritans, who desired to freely worship God, started to emerge. With this aspiration, they headed towards the new continent in search of religious freedom.
Yes, thank you. So when Jesus crucified on the cross, he said he will come again. That's why this Christian providence was started from the cross or resurrection of our Jesus Christ. So we could see God continuously was guiding of the development of Christianity. But when we see the history of Christianity, of course, they deliver the message of Christianity, deliver the message of God, but in the same time, also brought or created the sad situation or painful situation in each places. So we cannot ignore those things. So anyway, Mada is really emphasizing about the history of Christianity, a history of God, and also role of our human responsibility. This God's guidance, God's providence is always in each time period, not only Christian time period, not only Jewish or Israelite time period. Now, even now, God is leading the providence centering on two parents, and there is also role and there is also mission. So through learning our past history, there is also message. What is the God's hope, God's plan for each of us, or in this era, or in this generation? So centering on our heavenly parent and true parents, we unite well beyond our circumstances, our thinking or limitation, and really contribute and create together and fulfill together with God's providence. So each day is the precious time, and surely in each place or each area or each stages, there is also God's providence. Even one person, two person, or any kind of environment. So let's really fulfill together and offer the happiness. So today is the beginning of the beautiful moment. Let's have a great moment. Thank you very much, everyone, to join today's morning hundoke. Have a great day. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka, as always, to begin the day together with us. And as you mentioned, today is breakout sessions, our breakout rooms, and today is actually 3 random breakout rooms. So I'll create those and you'll be automatically put in. So please join.